Looking from a window above, it's like a story of love. Can you hear me? Came back only yesterday. I'm moving farther away. Want you near me? All I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day. And all I ever knew, only you. Sometimes when I think of her name, when it's only a game, and I need you. Listen to the words that you say, it's getting harder to stay. When I see you, all I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day, and all I ever knew, only you. All I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day, and all I ever knew, only you. This is gonna take a long time, and I wonder what's mine. Can't take no more. Wonder if you'll understand. It's just the touch of your hand behind a closed door. All I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day, and all I ever knew, only you.
We're going to have a couple of speeches between salad and steak, but if your steak comes, feel free to enjoy the speeches during the steak. And this is Kyle. So we're going to start the speeches, and we promise they will be brief but really good, with Eileen's dad, Gary Wolf. Let's have a hand.
Hi, for those of you who weren't paying attention about 3 minutes ago, I'm half of the people responsible for Eileen being here tonight. Okay. What? Kill the music. Okay. Okay, when I was first asked to give a little speech about Eileen, the first person I looked to advice for was my wife, Lynn, who said, just tell them what's really on your mind. Then I realized it's being video recorded and might be in YouTube, so I decided we'll do the right thing, which Eileen definitely deserves. First thing I want to say is, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Gary Wolf, and I am Eileen's father, and we still have a chance of being friends. Those of you who know me, I've kind of given up about that at this point. I guess the first order of business is to thank everybody for being here. I assume this is the inner circle of your friends, the people that were invited to the rehearsal. Everybody think the rehearsal went really well? Everybody there at the rehearsal? Okay. Okay, the next thing I want to do really is take this opportunity to welcome Erik and his family into the fold. Jose, Esther, Samantha, Mark, Dante, and Jasmine. Okay. Thank you. Short-term memory, it's one of these things that happen. Okay, and then being the typical, father of the 21st century, I decided let's find out what's supposed to be in one of these speeches. So I go to Google. Okay, after going down the list of would you like to buy 20 Father of the Bride speeches for $15.95, and they were downloaded immediately to my iPod, I decided that we'll just go through the usual things. One of the suggestions was, tell how you first met your future son-in-law. Okay, if I recall right, it was on a trip down to visit us in New Orleans, and as you all know, what happens in New Orleans stays in New Orleans. So we really won't talk about that. But Erik, yes, it was a man dressed up. We won't go into that. Okay. One of the other suggestions is to give some fatherly advice to the couple. Well, we all know Ilene, and if I give her fatherly advice and she listens to it, it'll probably be the first time in a long time. But fortunately, she seems to have come of her own. She is a lovely girl who I am very proud of. I am really looking forward to the ceremony tomorrow and just being the proud father of the bride. As far as Erik is concerned, a little advice to him, which I had to actually write down. I thought I'd be on my third vodka by now, but haven't done that. Okay, basically just two things. One is an age-old question. I'm coming into the Jewish family. You need to have about as much in advance notice as you can. But there's this old Jewish riddle that has still never been solved, okay? And this is, if a Jewish man is walking along in the park and expresses an opinion, and nobody is listening, is he still wrong? And number two, basically, just remember that a Jewish wife will forgive and forget, but she'll never forget what she forgave you over. Okay? Standing here, I am very proud of all my children, and actually this is about the first time in how long have I seen them all together at one time? And I really, just want to congratulate Ilene on all her accomplishments, all her achievements, on the future that she and Erik and question mark are planning together. I don't know how many question marks you're planning on, but we'll keep it posted. Two or three. And as I say, those of you who I already know, I hope you forgive me for everything I said. Those of you who I don't know, I'm looking forward to meeting tomorrow. And I'll cut it short and just say that I love you both, and looking forward to a long life with you.
Okay, I'm still Uncle Steven. Okay, so no steak. It's still being burnt out in the back. The next person to talk will be my sister and Ilene's mom and Erik's future mother-in-law. Get used to those words. I'm ready. Judy Wolf Siegel.
I wrote my remarks. I was told don't improvise, write it down. But now I have to wear my glasses, so you know they will be short because I am vain. First of all, I would like to thank everyone for coming from near and far to celebrate this special occasion, to welcome Erik into our family. You and Ilene are the 5th of our 7 combined children to get married, so we are becoming pretty good at giving these speeches. We know now to make them short and sweet and not too embarrassing. So far, so good. Ilene, you're a terrific daughter. It is very rewarding to see you handling the details for over 3,000 people. Compared to those affairs, this wedding must have been a breeze. I guess there were lots of hints when you were little that you were headed for the catering industry. When Laura had her bat mitzvah, you were 10. But you got totally involved in the planning and totally took over the entire candlelight ceremony. When you were 13, my friend Sherry approached me and said, who do I hire to help me with all the parties that I make? I used to make a lot of parties. I said, I just use my daughter, Ilene. She hired you. You heated up and you served her party. You did such a spectacular job that she was impressed and gave you a really big tip. You were 13. It's not surprising that now you're the family poet and the party planner. And you still get great tips. Erik, you've chosen well. You know you will always eat well when married to Ilene. And Ilene, you've chosen well. You know Erik will always make sure you have travel and adventure in your life. I will conclude with some sage advice for the newlyweds. It's not original. Where's Jeff and Ronnie? Came from your dad, Lou Dennis, our family friend, who after 50 years of being married on his 50th wedding anniversary, he was asked, what is the secret to your successful marriage? Lou looked around and he said, it's simple, just 2 words. Yes, dear. I wish you lots of mazel and a long and happy life together. Thank
I apologize to Erik's family. Me llamo Esteban Tío, o Teo Esteban. I am still Uncle Stevie. Okay, so those of you who ordered the salmon, the joke's on you. We have a cardiologist in the house. You could have had whatever you wanted. The next one to speak will be Erik's mom. Come on, Erik's mom.
First of all, I want to thank you, all of you. Well, you know, I'm sure, but this thing is too high for me. So, I'm very happy to see all of you here together. I'm very, very happy. And when I first met Ilene, my son said, I thought she was Irish. And then my son said, no, she's Jewish. I said, but I don't care, I really don't care. Once I met Ilene, and she started talking to me, and she's really a wonderful person, and I couldn't be happier than seeing my son with Ilene. She's really the girl I always dreamed Erik to marry. And this is my happiest day in my life. because I'm sure that Erik is going to be in good hands. Erik is crazy. My son is crazy. But he's a good man. He's responsible, caring, and the most important thing, he loves Eileen more than he loves me. No. What can I do? And I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very happy. And I love you all, boys, that I saw you growing and becoming such a wonderful parent. And I hope that Erik will be one of those. And he will always be next to his wife. And I'm sure he will be. And I love Eileen's parents. They are wonderful friends. And I love you all. And I hope that this will be one of the best marriage you ever seen, because I know that Erik will always be next to Eileen no matter what. Thank you for being here.
He doesn't really count much, but we're going to let him speak anyway. Eileen's soon-to-be husband, Erik. Me llamo Teo Esteban.
Do you have any phone books on the floor? Hello? All right. Okay, so just wanted to say thanks to everybody for coming out. But there are a couple things I did want to say specifically. Most of you know I have a very small family. Very small, both sides, 5 or 6 people. But I have a lot of friends. My family, we have our ups and downs, but they've always backed me up. I back them, good people. It goes without saying that we couldn't do this wedding without them. Both sets of parents, you guys are all great. So to my parents, my family, thank you so much for everything. I mean that sincerely. I've had a better life than I think I was supposed to. I've had a lot of fun, a lot of great times. To Eileen's family, you guys have been great to me since the day I met you, all of you. Either by marriage or by blood, you guys have all been fantastic to me. You guys are a lot of fun. We've had some great times at weddings and everything else, and I loved it. Lastly, to my friends. They say friends are like family, you get to choose. Absolutely true with my friends. You guys are all aces, all of you. Everybody says, oh, Erik, you have a lot of friends, blah, blah, blah. We're all each other's friends. We all have a lot of friends. You guys are great. I love you all like family. Thank you for coming. Have a good time.